Hey guys, my name is Reno. This is my worldwide headquarters, Armor Coating and Mid-10 Design. Today we're got Brendan on the phone doing all the recording. A couple other people here, check it out. And today is going to be kind of a lot of things. We're going to go through Cerakote H series, where it's actually the E series, E100 Elite Blackout. We're going to paint some fuel bowls for Getem Garage. We're going to roll over to some high-temp Cerakote on some headers, some air dry. I'm going to show you all the process of that. And then roll over into a powder coating clear on a rear end from Hammer Concepts and Designs, and then do some gloss black and some Tennessee Volunteer gray. Kind of looks almost like the cement gray or Nardo gray from like Toyota or Chrysler. This is going to be pretty cool. So first we're going to get some Cerakote mixed up, and we're going to show you a little bit about showing you one of the fuel bowls in the end, and we're going to kind of fast forward through all that, get into the next one, and hope you guys enjoy it. Stay tuned to the end. All right, so now we're going to mix up some Cerakote. We're going to use E100, so it's always very important to read your technical data sheets, because those, through Cerakote, there's many different types of formulations and how you mix it, whether you want in satin, matte, semi-gloss, or it's air dry, no mix allowed, Elite, which is 18:1, and that's what we're going to do. So Elite is using the H100 hardener with the E100 Elite Blackout, and it's an 18:1 mixing ratio, so 18 milliliters of E100 to 1 milliliter of hardener. And we're going to mix up 100 milliliters, and it's about 5.5 repeating, but 5.5 just for instance. So they do tell you to shake this stuff up really good, 5 to 6 minutes like this. You don't want any hard substances in there. I use just a general paint shaker. Just hook it up, put it in there, and let it shake for about 5 minutes. That's more consistent than you going around shaking it with your hand, but do what you got to do while you're doing it. So right now I'm going to mix this up and show you guys how I do it. I'm also using a DeVelvis Series Pro Light, which is a micro spray gun. It's got a HVLP tip 0.8, which is all the recommendations that Cerakote gives for the proper application. And I'll set my fan stuff later when we get in the booth and start ready to spray. A lot of these bowls are small. They're probably like 3 by 2 by 2. Cubed, so you got to get inside of it, and this is all around. I'm Cerakoting these inside and out, and that helps. It has a great chemical resistance. So these are usually these carburetors and fuel bowls are used on alcohol burners or like E85 mixtures, which is bad corrosive to cast aluminum. So I spray these to help protect the inside of the fuel bowls, because it should never come off. And I blasted these with 180 grit garnet sand, which is a pretty high quality water jet sand. So you have to have that etched surface with Cerakote, or is it not going to stick? It'll just come off in like a week. So now we're going to mix it up. So I'm using I go to Walmart and get some cheap glass measurement stuff. But it's got all your sizes on it. So we're going to fill it up to about 100 milliliters. And then, which I got to blow the rest of the acetone out. I just clean these up, so it's got a little acetone in it. So when I'm using Cerakote, everything gets cleaned with acetone. Here's the hardener, Part B catalyst, H100. Now, there are a couple of different ones, like if you're using one of the clears that has a hardener, there's a specific type of hardener for that. And then some don't require a hardener. So like I said again, be sure to read the technical data sheets when applying. So we're going to get about a 5.5. It goes to 5, but I'm going to go just a little bit past it. This thing fills up pretty quick. Perfect right there. Yeah. Just pour it in, let it drain for a second. And I use these glass stir sticks. Really great and easy to clean, so nothing really sticks to them. So I get in there, try to get all that Cerakote out, or hardener out, and then we'll start mixing it up. And this is just pretty easy to mix. Just do it for like one or so minutes, and it should be good. Then we're going to use a strainer. I get these over Morales. Also, they say different mesh strainers, like a 100, 150, 300. The thinner the application, the higher the smaller the straining screen. So Cerakote Clear is real watery, so it requires a higher mesh strainer. But this is usually around 100. Got that in, got my cup. I use disposable cups, which are really great. They always say also mix this stuff in plastic containers. I probably only need about 75 milliliters of this stuff, but I went ahead and mixed 100 just in case I have a problem. I really don't want to remix it, so I always mix over what I need. Put a little acetone in there, keep that stuff from hardening out. This stuff has like a 2-hour open pot life and a 4-hour closed pot life, so don't mix it until you're ready to spray it. Just a good rule of thumb. This is going to go right on. Alright, now we're going to get everything set up in the booth and we'll start spraying. Alright, we're in the booth. I'm going to show y'all an example. I'm going to do it without my mask, so don't freak out. I'm going to show you the example, and then we're going to time lapse the rest of it because it's all just pretty much the same thing. And then I'll put my mask on. I usually wear gloves, but I went to 3 stores this morning, no gloves. So I'll have to figure out that later. I haven't shot this stuff in like 6 months, so bear with me. So all right, let's get this thing going. So these are one of the end caps right here. We're going to sit there and spray this up real quick. So that's the deal, like I got to get inside all of that area down in there. Like this thing will be coated inside and out, threads and all. So you got to be really careful making sure you get a super thin layer. That's a really, really important part. There's that, so barely see anything coming out of there. And you make sure you inspect it because at different angles, like I'm kind of light right there, but also coat it so there's an etched profile. I coat it until it looks smooth and I can't see the etched profile anymore. That is where you want to be, and just stop. If you coat any more, you could get it too thick and it'll start to run, especially on complicated areas like these. There you have it. Got it all fixed up. Move on to the next one. Now I'm going to shoot the bowl itself, and all of that gets coated inside every little bit all the way around. Kind of lightly coat it everywhere. Make sure you're getting all the spaces, all the corners. So this ain't electrostatic. This stuff don't flow around the part. So it's only the direction in which you're shooting. So you have to look at it from all angles. Get everything set up properly. And which I forgot, I need a light on my head. That helps with shadowing, but I'll get it set up when I do all of them. I just want to really show you guys the areas in which you can spray and places where you want to make sure it is coated. Because you can coat anything with this stuff, just about. Wood, plastic, you have different curing temperatures from different material. So that one's all coated up. Now we're going to set this up, and you can see the fast process, speed up the time a little bit. All right, guys, so we got the other stuff in the oven. It's cooking. So now we're going to roll into Glacier Silver. This is a high temp application, 2000 degree rated. Very important on the prep on this. Do not touch it, outgas it, clean it, degrease it, blast it, outgas it again. You can never be too careful with this stuff because you don't know if it'll fail until it's actually installed on the vehicle or the part that it's going on, the motor that's going on. So we're going to strain this stuff up and we're going to get to shooting. This is a 1-part mix, so it's ready to shoot straight out of the can. Just shake it up real good, strain it, load up the gun, set your gun correctly, and go to town. Almost done. I'm going to use all of it. Hopefully I can get through all the headers in one shot with all this. I got a little bit more if I need it. This should be enough though. That's good enough. All right. Gun's all cleaned out and ready to go. So I'm going to have a really tight spray pattern at first because I'm going to get all the cracks and crevices. Tight spray patterns are better for that to keep from making it run on the outer part. You get all your tight crevices stuff hooked up first. Set your PSI around 35 coming into the gun. And now we're just going to get to it. So I go ahead and spray all my tight crevices everywhere down inside here. Try to get it at every angle. It's almost impossible to get everything, but I'm going to try my best. That's the point. That's why I got that tight spray pattern to get inside all these cracks. And then I'll go and spray the rest of it inside and out. These cup gun attachments really help also because I can sit here and spray the air out of the paint. And then that way I can operate it upside down. So now I can operate it upside down and it'll spray any which way you want because of the soft inner side. And this is the same way, man. You just blast it or coat it until you don't see any of the blast profile, where it smooths out, and you should be good to go. Put a new regulator on here. I don't think this regulator is very good. I keep losing PSI. All right, now I'm going to widen my spray pattern up just a little bit. All right, got my spray pattern widened up. I'm gonna make it look good. And silver, Glacier Silver has a deal with the Cerakote calls a solvent pop, so you gotta shoot this stuff in a really drier environment, because what happens is moisture will get in there and it'll cause those what they call solvent pops. It'll be bubbles after the fact when it starts the drying process. Alright, so hopefully you guys got the gist, and we're going to speed this up and coat all these guys up. Heck yeah. All right, now we're gonna so we got the Cerakote done. We're gonna roll into powder coating, and we got a really awesome deal today because I've coated tons of rear ends and Fab 9 tables and stuff like that. Hammer Concepts and Design. Check these guys out. We're gonna put a link down in the description of this video, so y'all can go to his website, because you can buy all this tooling, rear ends, custom, really expensive high-end fabrication equipment. So what we're going to do with this is a special one. We're going to put a high gloss clear. We're going to use crystal clear from Columbia Coating. So basically what I'm going to do is wipe this whole thing down with acetone, prep it by taping off the certain areas. I got to plug the holes, and then we're going to put it in the oven, kind of cook any contamination, hit it with a blowtorch, make sure there's no lint and stuff like that on there, and then we'll put some clear coat on it and look awesome. Hey guys, so now we're about to roll into putting some crystal clear from Columbia Coating over some chromoly rear end. Now, we clean this stuff really good with acetone, let it bake in the oven for about 20 minutes, make sure it burns everything off, pulls it out, and hit it with a blowtorch. We don't want to put a blowtorch on it while it's cold, because it'll immediately flash rust. So put it in a dry atmosphere, like your oven, warm it up, but you can't do it for too long, because you'll start turning that chromoly gold. And we want to portray all the nice silver of the chromoly, plus the nice coloring of the welds. Very important when you're trying to do a clear coat over such an awesome piece. So let's step in here, we're going to coat it up real quick for you. Obviously, I'm be shooting one of my faves, 2.0 with a Omega gun. I did. I bought this 2.0 probably 5 years ago, and it's still running great. And this is going to look awesome. So we're just going to, let me turn this around just to get you a better deal. We're just going to slowly and very gently coat it. So you don't want to get it too thick and you don't want to get it too thin, because if you get it too thick, you'll get that milky residue. And if you get it too thin, you'll get dry spots, dry spray, which is a little bit different from wet paint, because that's what it just doesn't have enough powder in that area to be able to clear and smooth out the areas around it. So it's just pretty much straightforward, getting all the nice nooks and crannies. Being this is bare metal, it's probably the easiest to coat with a clear coat. I've been wanting to do some like translucent colors and stuff like that on there, but these are also customer dependent, and right now the clear coat on these housings, everybody wants it. And this is a high-end rear end, probably be, I know, around the $10,000 range once everything is done. It'd be assembled by Brian Ham with Hammer Concepts and Designs. He does a lot of stuff to them, and these are perfect, man. Like, and these are some of high-profile clients too, with awesome drag cars. These are all chromoly, 100% chromoly in and out, which is a very, very strong steel. It's all TIG welded, really nice TIGs, and you'll see that. I'm going to show them to you when they're all cleared, and man, this thing is absolutely amazing when it's all clear coated. I have done one or two in a flat clear, which really looks good. It looks like cold steel, and really awesome look. Hopefully we'll be doing all of Brian Ham's car and something similar. All right, so now I'm going to go in and remove some of the powder from the ends right here with just a little quick spray of air, and then we'll get it all cleaned up and ready to go, and we'll be putting them in the oven, and she'll look real nice. Oh, and I'm only going to cook it for 30 to 35 minutes, the least amount of time in the oven, so that way it don't start changing colors and going gold on you. So we're going to push this guy in the oven, and we'll see her when she's done. All right, guys. So today we did some E100 Cerakote with some hardener in it. Cooked it for an hour at 300 degrees. We blasted those beforehand and outgassed them in the oven. Also, same way with the headers. I actually did outgassed them before I blasted, after I blasted, and then I outgassed them again before I cooked them, actually all day long. I'm going to let those cure for 5 to 7 days, and then I'm going to put them back in the oven and cook them at 500 degrees, 400 degrees for all day to see if that coating will fail. It's the only way I can test it in-house before it gets installed on the vehicle. Then we shot this rear end from Hammer Concepts and Designs with some crystal clear from Columbia Coatings. We'll put all these links down in the bottom of the description in the video. We appreciate you guys very much, and I'm going to try to get some more content out to you in the next couple of weeks. Also, if you got an idea for a video, reach out to me. We'll try to make one up for you, push it out there for everybody. Check out our Facebook, YouTube, Instagram. Of course, you're on YouTube. Be sure you're locking the subscribe, man. Hit that subscribe button so you can see all the other videos that we're coming out with in the future. Thanks again. Also want to give a shout out to Brendan. He's the producer behind all these videos. Oh, here, I'll do it. Hey. There he is. Yeah, so he helps me out with all this stuff, man. It's a great deal. It's hard to coat and make your own videos, so having that extra hand. John on the plasma side that cuts all the signs and designs that we do. We have a really great team up here. Obviously my wife, and thank y'all very much. And all the PKK Powder Coat King members is my powder coating discussion group page. We have a lot of awesome guys on there, and be sure to join it. Got a lot of cool information for you guys. And that's about it. Thanks. You guys have a great day, and stay tuned for some more awesome videos.